It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Welcome to 2K Sports. We're already getting the feel for this new NBA season. Taking it all in with me, Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Tonight we'll see the Los Angeles Lakers as they play against the Washington Wizards. And guys, for the Wizards, they're ahead of where they were last season at this time. Always nice to see that progress in a positive direction. And a guy that is often overlooked on this team is Julius Randle. Gives you a little bit of everything at his position. How do you view his development, Kenny, as a player?
Oh, he's a great passer for his size. You know, I haven't seen that many big guys who are able to play that fast and still read and react. Great, sees the game all around really well.
You know, I love his hustle. I love his attitude. You know, the way he brings these things to a one-on-one situation. Love this guy. You know, I'm a Laker guy, so really got to love the Lakers.
I thought you were a Heat guy.
I am. I'm
I
both.
thought you were a Celtic guy.
I thought you were a Cleveland guy.
I thought you were a
An
Cavs
Orlando
guy.
Magic guy and a Phoenix Suns guy.
You're a man of the entire NBA.
That's right.
There
Renaissance man.
And that does it for us. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you later.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
And a stirring rendition of the Star-Spangled Banner by the terrific Linda Lynn, getting us ready for NBA basketball here on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg and our sideline reporter David Aldridge. So for the Lakers, their last game a win against the Celtics.
Executed on the road, stayed focused, stayed consistent with who you are as a team.
I love that, Greg. You got to do that away from home. It shows how connected they are with one another playing that way, and excellent chemistry.
Let's get a quick pregame update from David Aldridge, who had a chance to talk with head coach Scott Brooks.
Well, guys, he has an admiration for what he called the intelligent, efficient offense played by today's opponent. He told me that the thing about this team is that they are so good at identifying the weak spots in an opponent, and they come at you in multiple ways depending on where those weak spots are. He said, we've got to be ready for everything. It's a pretty tall order. Guys?
Thanks, David. And with a lot of players changing their team in the offseason, Clark, I know a hard part of going to that new team is learning how to play with a new teammate.
You know what? I never had a chance to experience that as an NBA player being traded, but I watched guys go through it, and you're right. It is difficult, much more so than people think, because you're adjusting to a different style, a different chemistry and vibe with your new teammates, and it takes a little while to figure out how you best fit in with your skill set to your new team.
And so off the tip, it's Washington's ball. And now the Lakers starting group. Ingram and Nance are your small and power forwards. Ball runs point with Kentavious Caldwell-Pope to his side. They're the backcourt. And it's Lopez in at the 5 down low. Now here's Ball. Nance outside. Now here's Ingram, guarded by Porter. Here's Lopez, and Lopez throws it down.
The big fella with the big finish, Lopez, rocking that rim.
So it's the Wizards now. They want to keep it rolling here following the win against Dallas.
And once they established that flow offensively, really never got any resistance from the D.
And you know, Greg, they were sinking shots left and right, and that's got to be demoralizing for the defense. They were in a real zone.
Now here's Ingram. He's guarded closely. Nance outside. Outside for Caldwell-Pope. Offline with his 3. The Wizards have gone 0 of 4, missing their first 4 field goals here. Dishes at the wall. Shoots over Ball. Here's Gortat. Plays it up off the glass.
Oh, and the wingspan of Gortat, Kevin, helps him big time on the glass. Great at using his height and length to corral rebounds.
Now here's Ball. 17 points for him last game against the Celtics in Boston. And Nance kicks to Ball. Over Wall. And that one hits back iron. The Wizards have gotten only 1 of 6 shots to drop for them to start this game. Porter, no luck.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Now here's Ball. Covered by Wall. Now Ingram. He's been producing a fair amount of offense night in and night out as he's averaging 14 points a game. Outside, Wall. Kicks it to Morris. Stolen by Ball. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. The shot's good from Nance.
And when Ball has the ball, it's in good hands. He can run the offense, no doubt.
Wall passes to Porter. There's the dish to Gortat. Lopez with the steal. Here's Ingram. Nice shot from 10 feet out. Ingram's got his first bucket of the night. Wizards trail by 4. And Wall kicks to Beal. Pass to Wall. Up top, Porter. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Last time they met was in Los Angeles.
Yeah, in a game where offensively they were about as inconsistent as you're ever going to see them.
They needed to make a few runs, but it just never happened for them. And when you can't string things together, it's tough sledding. It's a tough way to go.
Here's Wall. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Dallas.
And don't forget about his assists. His playmaking was as good or better than his scoring. He was in complete control out there.
Now here's Ball. After Markieff Morris's miss, he gets that one.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Here's Wall. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Wants to get it to Morris and does. And a wide open look for Porter. Kept alive. Looking to end the run. Got a piece of it.
In addition to being superb on offense, Ingram is also a ridiculously good defender. I mean, his long reach really allows him to come up with a good number of blocks.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
And, you know, the big man, Brook Lopez, because he's so skilled as a scorer, doesn't get the credit he deserves defensively. He's not the most fleet-footed, that's for sure, but inside, I mean, he uses his size well to protect the rim.
5 on the clock. Here's Wall. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. And the other critique of Brook Lopez at the defensive end has been his rebounding. Not, Clark, the kind of numbers you expect from a 7-footer.
But ironically, Kevin, his team rebounds better when he's on the floor, though. Both he and his brother Robin are very good at boxing out, using their body and their size, and that leaves their teammates available to chase down rebounds.
That free throw missing.
Hard not to appreciate the brilliance of Wall. I mean, a super fast, quick player, a guy who runs the offense exceedingly well.
Good on the second free throw. Well, the Lakers last season, the worst defensive team in the NBA. Again, offense was a little bit better. Clark, what's the key for them offensively?
Well, I think a couple of things. One, ball movement, utilizing everybody. Last season, they were bottom 5 in assists, top 5 in turnovers. And that ratio, those numbers, not conducive to good offense.
Now Beal, following the miss by Lonzo Ball from deep. Out to Morris. Outside, Wall. Shoots over Ball. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter. And you see the quickness of KCP bursting to the rim.
Wizards trail by 9. And Wall kicks to Porter. Feeds it to Morris. Fouled in the act of shooting. A three-point play chance coming up.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Lakers.
They've set the first half tone by getting out on the fast break and getting the defenders on their heels.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnovers.
Julius Randle's checked in for the Lakers. Jordan Clarkson comes in for Ball.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
Morris, no good on the free throw. Well, you look at Markieff Morris, and you see a player, Greg, who is finally meeting his potential.
And you know what? Give credit to Morris because he's fallen in line with the team and the staff here. I think he's always had the talent to be an impact player. It just took a structured situation for him to really flourish, and I think he's found a home here in Washington.
And here is Beal. His last outing, he had 24 points. Gortat dishes the Wall. Shot clock at 6. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over.
You know, one of the things I like about Wall, Kevin, is he really takes on the defense, plays downhill. When he's driving inside, he is committed to scoring over the defense.
Now, here's Clarkson. A 14-point game for him in the win against the Celtics in Boston. Randle. Gortat with the rebound. Gortat's got his 3rd rebound tonight. All with it. That one, no good. Good D by Lopez. It's Caldwell Pope with the drive.
And you really got to be in awe at the way that Kentavious Caldwell-Pope plays defense. So disciplined in this era of three-point shooting to kind of stay home on fakes and playing great position defense. He just sticks to his man like glue.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
And high-quality numbers for him all season long. How about 81 from the line?
Guys, he is close to where he was last year in that category, but his numbers are still down just a skosh.
That free throw good from Caldwell Pope.
Yeah, much improved foul shooter. KCP also starting to get to the line at a higher rate.
And the Wizards are going with a whole new group out there now. And Caldwell Pope drops them both.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Frazier kicks to Scott. Now here's Oubre. Defense right on him. Pass to Frazier. The Wizards need to get a shot off here. Oubre can't get it to go. Lakers leading by 9. Caldwell Pope kicks to Clarkson. And Jordan Clarkson, a second rounder out of Missouri. He's got some offensive talent.
Yes, he does. I love his game. He's solid as a jump shooter. He's athletic, can make plays for others. His defense continues to get better. He brings a lot to the table. I like this young man's game a lot.
That one is off. Clark, you were a strong free throw shooter when you played. Why do some big men have such a hard time being at least serviceable at the free throw line?
Well, I'm not as big as some of the biggest guys that have the most trouble. Typically, you see guys north of 6'8", 6'9", struggling tremendously from the line in general. And because of that, I think sometimes it's the mechanics of shooting the ball, and big hands can sometimes be a hindrance to that. Oftentimes, it's a matter of how much do you work at it and how soon do you start working at it. A lot of times, big guys tend to focus on their post moves and scoring the ball close to the bucket and not as much as shooting. But you're seeing more and more big guys with sweet strokes, and I think it's a matter of, again, basic fundamentals, mechanics, and then putting in hours and hours and hours of work on it. Always enjoy solid, good passing. Easily setting up his teammate does not get any easier than that.
And the pass to Kuzma. Now here's Randall. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change.
And saying, you want a piece of this? Randall easily getting the better of that exchange.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Now Clarkson. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production. Kuzma passes to Randall. Kuzma can't get it to go. Wizards trail by 9. Frazier kicks to Oubre. And it's out of bounds to the Wizards as Washington retains possession. A chance here to assess what parts of the floor the attempts have been coming from as we look at the shot chart for Washington.
And even when the deep three has been there, they've stayed away from it. They're working hard to get shots from close range, resisting that urge to get too loose with their shot selection.
The Lakers on D. Scott kicks to Meeks. There's the feed to Frazier. Shot clock at 5. Scott with a screen on Clarkson. Here's Frazier.
And the three-pointers just not falling for them early.
Yep, but nonetheless, a cold start from out there, sure, but you can't get discouraged. I mean, if you've got a good look, I think you've got to keep taking them to keep the defense honest.
Washington trailing. In transition, here come the Wizards. Ball's knocked loose, and so it looks like Washington will retain possession here. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. Look at Toronto. They like where they stand right now, perched in that topmost position. And, of course, Washington, 2 games back.
And seeing where Washington is, you know, this happens every year. A team outperforms expectations early. You wonder, is this just an anomaly or is this something they can sustain?
And what'll be interesting to me is to see if they can keep it up. I mean, but you're right. It's very early in the season.
There's Clarkson following the three-pointer by Washington. Over in the corner, Randall. Nice D from Scott.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
In the corner, it's Oubre. There's the screen. It's Meeks outside. And again, Washington with the triple.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooting.
Clarkson kicks to Zubac. Picked by Randall. Zubac the pass to Hart. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
Well, the pick didn't exactly neutralize the defender, but good concentration on the finish to still get the basket.
From the baseline. No good there. And the Lakers will go the other way with it. Passes it to Kuzma. Here's Hart. Wants to get it to Zubac, and does. And the rejection by Mahimi. And here we go. Washington fast break. Meeks leading the charge. Here's Clarkson. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. Pass to Hart. Zubac kicks to Clarkson. Pass to Kuzma. There's the pick. Off the screen. Rebound, Washington.
And that's the shot you want to create. They just can't get it to fall.
That's what I call an everything but. Good execution, just didn't knock it down. But you're right, they're happy with that shot.
Frazier kicks to Mahimi. The putback, it's good on the putback. Now just a 1-point Laker lead.
There you go. Relentless pursuit of the ball. I love it. He never stopped working.
Here's Hart to the wing right side. Baseline jumper. That shot misses. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Lakers on top, leading by a point. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. And a chance to hear from Bradley Beal. He came from a football family in St. Louis, but said his mother introduced him to the game of basketball at a young age.
She definitely put the ball in my hand. She's the one who taught me my form. I followed through, and still to this day, she yells at me if I miss a shot. So she's kind of a perfectionist, and she definitely taught me how to shoot. She can shoot it, and she still to this day thinks she can shoot better than me.
Maybe some other NBA players should be practicing with Bradley Beal's mom, because she has definitely honed something special into him.
To be sure. I'm just not sure some of the more delicate NBA egos could handle her trash talking once she beats them in a game of horse.
And the second quarter getting underway. No team gaining an edge so far. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
I think they played great D and not giving up anything easy early on.
Exactly. I mean, they've made their presence felt on this end. Excellent job contesting shots so far.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. So on the floor for Washington, we've got Oubre. Mahimi is out there with Scott. Then there's Frazier, and it's Meeks in at the 2-guard. That free throw good from Randall. We see more and more players who can do it all on both ends of the floor. Clark, who's your pick for the most versatile player right now in the league?
Well, for me, it starts with LeBron James. I mean, his passing ability is platinum level. And then you think about his size, athleticism, speed, IQ. All of that is also platinum level. So he's unique in that regard. Draymond Green, because of what he can do defensively in terms of guarding multiple positions. And Giannis Antetokounmpo, I mean, the Greek freak, is really unique in his versatility as well.
Hart, that's good. Hart's got his second bucket tonight.
Well, I like that he shows no hesitation there.
Well, that's as easy as it gets, quite honestly. Riding solo and coasting all the way to the rack. No simpler than that.
And that replay presented by Under Armour, showing us the fantastic steal that led to that fast break finish. Another unleashed chaos moment. And so it's Washington with it after the basket by Los Angeles. Nice ball movement by Washington. Lets it go from deep. Scott can't get it to go. Los Angeles leading by 5, and it's out of bounds. The Wizards will take it the other way. Some changes for the Lakers. Nance comes in for Julius Randle, and Ball subbed in for Clarkson. Dishes to Meeks. He kicks to Oubre. Here's Scott. Knocks down the 3 ball. Scott's got 8.
Tell you what, it does not matter who's shooting. The defense has got to be better at getting a hand up on long-range shooters. You've got to challenge the shot.
Now here's Nance. 23 points for him the last game against Boston. Zubats, that's good.
And really, the defense didn't do a lot to fight around that screen on that possession.
Frazier kicks to Oubre. Meeks dishes to Mahinmi. Lays it up and banks it in. Mahimi's got his second bucket.
And that's how you move the basketball. Awesome passing leading to the bucket.
Now here's Ball. Frazier covering, and the rejection by Mahinmi. Meeks on the wing, fires from deep. Kuzma pulls it in. The Lakers in the lead. Here's Hart. An easy 2 points on the layup. 6 points for him.
Yeah, getting theirs before the defense can set up.
Perfect execution. That's how you take advantage of a transition opportunity.
Now here's Meeks. He has 5. Frazier outside. To the inside, and it's Mahinmi finishing it off.
And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run for him there.
Momentum can swing on plays like that, Kevin, especially when the finish has that much thunder on it.
Here's Ball after the basket by Washington. An easy layup after coming off the pick. Ball's got his first basket of the night.
You got to be composed when you go inside, knowing that you're going to have some contact and resistance facing you. Ball unafraid to get it deep inside.
Now here's Frazier. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Oubre kicks to Frazier. Softly drops in the floater.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
The Lakers have gotten 4 of their first 5 shots to fall in the second quarter. Outstanding shooting. Here's Kuzma, and it goes down 2 points. And the Lakers lead by 4.
And they keep hammering away at them inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
So timeout called here, the first for Washington.
Yeah, you know, some of it's shot selection, some just bad luck, and they just can't get anything going.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, they've been a bit unlucky. Some of it is poor shot selection, in a slump, no doubt. But it can be turned around. They just need to find ways to score the ball.
And Washington going with a whole new group here. Los Angeles making a switch here. Let's check out the NBA's top producers from three-point land. Otto Porter Jr. third.
What a percentage that is for him from three-point range this season. His deep touch is about as good as you're going to see.
6 on the shot clock. Wall fouled in the act of shooting. A three-point play chance coming up.
And in the post, Wall's got a pretty well-developed game for a point guard. He can navigate his way through the big bodies with very few problems.
I think everyone can now agree that John Wall is one of the better point guards in the NBA.
No doubt. At this point, when you factor in his production, he's got to be in the top 5, if not top 3 guards in the league. One of the better passers we have as well. It's just hard to find guards that can create so easily the way Wall can.
That's good from Wall. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Now here's Ball. Guarded closely. Lopez, no luck.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
And Greg, we've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
Now here's Caldwell Pope following the miss by John Wall. Caldwell Pope passes to Lopez. Down low, Ball. It's through for his second basket. He's now 2 for 6.
Set him up well there. Brook Lopez showing his vision and willingness as a passer.
Outside, Wall. It's Porter outside. Good on the triple. Porter's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Kicks to Caldwell Pope over Beal. That shot by Caldwell Pope, no good.
And sometimes, you know, you don't capitalize off a good shot or a good look. Still, you got to keep letting those good looks fly.
Beal dishes the Wall. The three from Morris. Rebounded by the Lakers.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
And that one's good. Ingram.
And when Ingram is left alone from deep, his eyes just light up. His shooting is just out of sight.
And the call will be against Lonzo Ball. That's his first foul. Here's Beal, looking for his first basket still in this one. Outside, Wall. Elbow shot. The Lakers with the rebound. Lopez has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Here's Ball. Basket is good, and he'll get a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Man, I like Ball's fantastic body control there. Really hard to knock him off balance. He's really quite good at converting shots through contact for such a young player.
That one misses. Well, Greg, for 2 straight seasons before this, the Wizards have had a starting 5 that all average double figures on the year. The engine of this offense, I think, is the backcourt, but they can all hurt you, don't you think?
No doubt about it, Kevin. Having a balanced offense like they do makes it tough for teams to prepare defensively. You can't just double or key in on Wall or Beal because they do a great job of facilitating. I think the bigger question moving forward is just going to be, what will the impact of that bench be? And ultimately, that's going to determine whether they can contend.
Now, here's Wall, following the miss by Brook Lopez. And Wall kicks to Porter. Nice ball movement by Washington. It's stolen by Nance. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. And the basket is good.
And when you can outscore your opponent in transition, that's always going to work to your advantage.
Hey, that's a big piece of the pie when you're talking about winning basketball, fast break points. I mean, because most of the time, those are easy hoops.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. And the Lakers, Greg, have acquired some intriguing young talent. Do you see this group blossoming into elite status?
I mean, there's still some question marks. Injuries have been an issue. I do see some all-star potential for some of their young fellas. Superstar potential, though, tougher to say. They've got something to build on, though, and that's key.
Here's Ingram to the inside. No good that time. Good work defensively by Morris. Beal with it. Now guarded by Caldwell Pope. The dish to Wall. And here is Gortat. He picked up 18 points in their last win against Dallas. Clock at 4. There's a screen by Gortat. Quarter outside. And it's Ingram with the rebound.
Obviously, I mean, it would go a long way if he's making his shots. Right now, they're behind, and they certainly could use his help. And, you know, that's good offense there. These are the shots you want to get all the time.
Wizards trail by 8. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Wall against Nance. It's Wall with the drop. Nance with some nice D.
You know, Kevin, his team is struggling a bit right now. I mean, I hope he can find his rhythm and start making his shots out there soon. Otherwise, ...
Ball with it. He's picked up by Wall. Nance a screen. And that basket pushes the lead to double digits. And now it's a 10-point Laker lead. Washington calls timeout. And Larry Nance, Clark, one of the few young Lakers who's a positive at the defensive end of the floor.
Exactly, Kevin. Very impressive at that end. He's solid, understands positioning and guarding his guy and helping out his teammates. Long and athletic and eager to get after it defensively.
Some changes for the Lakers. Randall's checked in for Nance, and it's Clarkson in for Ball. Wizards trail by 10. Ball with it. He's got 6. Here's the screen. They need this, and Wall with the slam.
And just the overall aggressiveness. Wall enjoys taking on a challenge and succeeding, especially when the D is all over.
Pick by Randall. Ingram setting a pick for Clarkson. Over in the corner, Randall. Off target from three-point range.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Here's Wall.
Oh! And always a bonus to have a point guard who can dunk the basketball. Wall has great initiative when it comes to rising up and throwing it down.
Now here's Randall. 9 points last game out. Back to Caldwell Pope. And he got the whistle, so he'll have a three-point play opportunity.
Yeah, that was the third straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies. And one of the more surprising moves this past offseason was when the Pistons let KCP go. Two sides couldn't see eye to eye on a contract, and eventually they let him be an unrestricted free agent.
And Greg, Caldwell Pope ultimately ends up on the Los Angeles Lakers. Strange to see such a talented player get renounced by his old team, the Detroit Pistons.
Yeah, you just don't see that very often. And after the Bradley trade, the Pistons seemed ready to move on. Lucky for the Lakers to pick up a player like Caldwell Pope so late in free agency.
Here's Wall. That one drops for him. Wall's got 9 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, he's building off that strong first quarter, Kevin. Rising up and hitting shots with confidence.
Here's Lopez. Gortat with the rebound. Gortat's got 6 rebounds in the game.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
From deep, Wall. Rebound the Lakers. Randall's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. That shot by Caldwell Pope, no good. Clarkson against Wall. To the inside. Here's Morris. Another one falls for Washington.
And when he squares up, his height makes him a tough assignment.
Yeah, and he knows how to utilize that size. He takes advantage of it. And that's why he's able to take his time on these shots, because he knows he has that extra height advantage.
Here's Caldwell Pope following the basket by Markieff Morris. Outside Porter. Ingram with the steal. Here's Lopez, and Lopez throws it down.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came upright with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
Washington calls timeout.
And how about the 46th pick back in the 14 draft? Jordan Clarkson has certainly exceeded expectations thus far in his career. An athletic combo guard. He's really succeeded playing at both the 1 and 2.
While we have a break in the action, now let's check out the league's best shooting teams. In 4th, the Wizards.
So patient on the offensive end. I mean, they're not going to force shots, and it's that selectiveness that's yielded such an impressive field goal percentage.
And so it's Washington with it. 7-point differential. Mahinmi a screen. Mahinmi with the screen for Oubre. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Pretty clear. It's smash mouth basketball. Pound that thing inside.
And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Really a good free throw shooter. You'd like to see Clarkson get to the line even more because of that.
These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
Numbers this year at the line below 70, so when he's getting to the line, not nearly as effective as you'd like.
And guys, this has not been a season to remember for him at the free throw line, certainly to this point.
And the first one at the line is good.
Well, when you look at this Washington team, the strength clearly lies in that backcourt. Wall and Beal, arguably the best backcourt in this league. They are the engine that motors this team with their scoring and playmaking.
And both free throws good for Clarkson. This Washington backcourt of Wall and Beal. Last season, Greg, they were able to both stay healthy, and Wizards fans finally saw just how potent they both could be.
And remember all those rumors how these two couldn't coexist? Well, they sure liked existing together last season. I mean, they really carried this group when it mattered, and both just explosive players who are not only leaders, but they're terrific two-way players for this franchise.
Here's Hart. He's guarded by Meeks. Here's Randall with nobody on him. He buries the jumper. Randall's got 6.
Nice job. Very good rhythm. Randall on the catch and shoot.
Meeks inside the 3-point line. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Brooke. Where is this team right now?
Oh, it's so exciting. You know, it's really thrilling to come out with such a great group of guys every night, you know, and play basketball. You know, it's a lot of fun.
Smiles on your face, Brooke. Thanks for the time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
The first half in the books. This is Ernie Johnson. This is Shaquille O'Neal. This is Ken Smith. Welcome back.
Ken?
Ken, as we break down the action. A competitive matchup for the Lakers in the first quarter. They were able to squeeze ahead by the end of the period with just a 1-point lead. They gathered some serious momentum in the second quarter, and as well as they played, it's a little bit of a surprise that their lead isn't more than 7 points here at the half. And taking a look at the Lakers, Shaq, what'd you think?
Well, Kenny should appreciate this. I love the ball movement. They were in sync as a unit, and their assist numbers were impressive. Anytime you get 5 players working together like that instead of one guy doing it alone, it's always going to be a boost. That's the primary reason they're in control of the game.
Kenny, what's your take on Washington so far?
I look at the lack of free throw attempts as a key indicator, because the funny thing about getting to the charity stripe, you have to earn it. You have to put your body in harm's way and be physically willing to take the hit. Right now, one team's playing aggressively and the other team isn't. That's the big difference in the score.
That's it for now as the second half's just about ready to go.
The dome of the U.S. Capitol building looking absolutely grand as we make our return to Washington, D.C. Now the second half about to start up and begin any moment. Lakers leading by 7. Starting off the second half, here's Luke Walton's 5. The big men are Nance and Lopez. Caldwell Pope is the 2 with Ingram playing small forward. And it's Ball in at the 1 spot. Bucket is good.
And part of an overall effort for Kentavious going for higher percentage shots. That time working inside.
Now here's Wall. Feeds it to Porter. Lets the 3 fly. Ball with the rebound. He dishes it to Nance. Caldwell Pope against Beal. Gortat with the block. Now here's Beal. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him.
I tell you what, he came out of that locker room raring to go.
Yeah, really good sign for them offensively. They should keep getting him touches. Make sure he gets shots here.
Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. And that's now 11 points for Brandon Ingram. Wizards trail by 9. There's a screen by Gortat. And Wall kicks to Gortat. He feeds it to Beal. They set the screen. Shot clock at 6. Whistle blows. Yep, that's going to be a travel.
And a moment to see numbers for Bradley Beal. Averaging about 19 points, 2 assists, and 2 rebounds. And I think he's got to be pretty pleased with his output. And you know he's always looking to push himself.
Yeah, you know, really solid numbers across the board here, Greg. I mean, he contributes in a multitude of ways for this club.
And, you know, so often we hear about a player coming out as an elite athlete, but Lonzo Ball is an elite basketball brain. I mean, this guy sees everything on the court, a terrific passer, but more importantly, he's a guy that players like playing with. He really approaches the game like a 10-year vet.
2 shots.
First free throw is good. And with Lonzo Ball, you've heard all the comparisons to Jason Kidd as how he plays and views things as if it's a chess match. Greg, pretty good company to be in.
I tell you, that just shows the lofty expectations Ball has been saddled with, and he's the ultimate team player and plays to win. There are questions about his game, but what I always say is the fact that the players he plays with tend to play their best basketball, which I think is a reflection of his game.
Always got to keep an eye on the ball. No pun intended. He's a guy that can do a little bit of everything. A triple-double threat every game.
Morris a screen. Lots of room. That one falls. Morris has got 6 points.
Yeah, you know, John Wall is so masterful as a floor general. He's a real maestro out there. Terrific at finding the open guy on time and on target.
Now here's Caldwell Pope. 9 points in the game so far.
They're doing work here in the second half. 3 or 4 to start.
Outside, Wall. Now the pass to Morris. Now the feed to Beal. Stolen by Caldwell Pope. Inside, Gortat with the steal. Here's Beal. And the whistle blows, and it's going to be an over-the-back call here.
And you can live with those over-the-back calls sometimes because at least it's an effort play.
Well, you still got to know the situation and be aware. I mean, he wasn't getting to that ball. Best to not get out of control and pick up that foul.
Lopez a screen. Nance passes to Ingram. Over Porter. And it's Ingram missing.
I thought he had the space to shoot comfortably there, and disappointed that he missed it.
Porter with it. Now guarded by Ingram. Passes to Morris. Puts up a 3. Washington with the fresh shot clock. And it's sent back by Lopez.
Lopez showing off the length there to get to that shot.
Nance with no one around. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Nance.
Let's get a glimpse at how the Lakers are doing right now here early in the season yet in the NBA stats.
And you mentioned their steals. I mean, it's great defensive anticipation that has them at the top of the rankings. They've been tremendous at reading the offense and getting into those passing lanes.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over. Growing up, Clark, you were Mr. Basketball USA, a national ranking. Be truthful. How dominant were you in high school in Cleveland, Ohio?
I was a really good high school player, considered one of the top 2 or 3 in the country in 1979, which was actually perhaps the best high school class ever, documented by many who follow the game: Isaiah Thomas and Sam Bowie, James Worthy, Ralph Sampson, Dale Ellis, Terry Cummings, Dominique Wilkins. I could go on and on. A terrific class, and I was considered at the top of that class as a high schooler.
Now here's Caldwell Pope following the miss by Otto Porter. Gortat with the steal. And now Beal pushing it up, and no one back to stop him.
Well executed, and then you love the strong finish.
Fantastic speed on the break. Speed kills, showing no mercy in transition there, partner.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
Yeah, he's at 81% from the line, and when we've had a chance to see him, he's had great form and continues to look confident.
And, you know, with those numbers, he makes a defender hesitant to get too tight on him. I mean, he doesn't want to get whistled for the foul and put this guy on the line.
Free throw good, Beal.
And you could argue Bradley Beal was one of the bigger all-star snubs from last season. It's great to see what he can do when finally healthy, and has always been a dangerous scorer when he's at 100%.
Caldwell Pope kicks to Nance. Here's Ball. The kick out to Lopez. Shot clock at 2, and out of bounds as the Wizards gain possession. And a chance here to take a look at the shooting chart for Porter.
And every time he's pulled up from deep and let it fly, it's found a way to catch iron. Not sure if it is something with his release or the defense is bothering him on his threes, but I would expect him to attack the rim a bit just to kind of mix things up.
Wizards trail by 9. Here's Wall, and he sinks the shot coming off the strong pick. Wall's got 14. And with Beal, and Greg, you brought this up with his help because he hadn't been able really to play a full slate of games in his first 4 years in the NBA.
Yeah, and credit him for dedicating his efforts to improve his health. I mean, was a time when you thought injuries would maybe limit his career, but when he's on the court, he is one of the best we have at that off-guard position, and he's only going to get better.
Now here's Porter. Brandon Ingram missing his last shot. Ball dishes to Ingram. Over Porter, and Ingram the bucket on the assist by Ball. Ingram's got 4 points this quarter. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Lakers.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ball game.
Yeah, but also they haven't missed a beat in terms of their fast break game. That's been equally as effective all night long.
And here is Los Angeles now. After the basket by Washington, he used that pick to get in close. 15 points in the game.
Gotta like seeing Ingram get going down underneath the rim. Just another dimension of his game that he continues to develop.
Now here's Wall. He's got 14. Morris outside. Pass to Gortat. Good D by Lopez.
Excellent concentration from the D. Intimidated the shooter, bothered him, distracted him, and made him think twice as he went in for that layup.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Wall. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Here's Ball. He's got 10. They set the pick to the paint. He's looking for Caldwell Pope and finds him.
Unfortunately, his shot has been everywhere, all over the place. Can't buy a basket. However, his teammates got him covered.
Lakers leading by 9. Nance passes to Caldwell Pope. Back to Nance. And it's Ingram missing.
And I think all the credit goes to the defense there, Kevin. Exceptional job getting the shooter to rush that layup.
Here's Wall. And another miss by Washington.
Yeah, that's just poor decision making. He's got to be better
in those situations.
Greg, I just think he was in a hurry. He flat out rushed it. I mean, I don't know what he was thinking there. He actually was in a brain neutral position.
Here is Wall. Following the basket by Lonzo Ball. Here's Gortat. And it's Ingram with the rebound. Ingram's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Lakers have gotten 6 of their 12 shots to drop for him here in the second half so far. Caldwell Pope kicks to Ball. Lopez left side. That's good. Basket number 5 on a 5 for 8 night shooting.
A decent contest there by the defense, but Lopez unbothered, unfazed.
There's a screen by Gortat. There's the screen. Pass to Wall. Looking to end the drought. And the foul on Larry Nance Jr. That's foul number 2 for him.
Yeah, but at least he's getting after it on the backboard, but got a little carried away on that one.
Well, he knew he was going to get called for that one. I mean, that was simple. You can't use the guy in front of you as a stepping stool.
Mahimi's checked in for Markieff Morris. And Wall kicks to Gortat. Doesn't go that time. Nance with some nice D.
No other way to put it. Just a rough quarter in terms of scoring. He has not been helping at all.
Zubac's the pass to Clarkson. Here's Hart, guarded by Porter. Hart, no good. Wizards trail by 13. And the Lakers breathe a sigh of relief this summer, retaining their lottery pick that had a greater than 50-50 chance of falling to the 76ers.
And you know what, Kevin? That's a huge boost for the franchise, drafting Lonzo Ball. They kept their pick, but that means they will lose their 2018 pick. No upside to losing games this season. They're going all in.
Gortat with the block. Outside, Porter. Dishes to Mahimi. Looking to get it going. And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for 1.
Yeah, outstanding job there of taking the harm and still able to finish.
Yeah, he imposed his will on the defense that time. He was not going to be denied right there.
Here's what Washington's going with right now. Scotty's checked in for Gortat. Oubre comes in for Otto Porter Jr. And it's Jody Meeks in for Bradley Beal. And the Lakers also making a switch. Randall's checked in. Los Angeles leading by 8. They set the screen. Down low. A stupendous finish in traffic. Randall's got 8 points.
Oh, great production on the interior right now. 8 straight from inside.
Buffalo bully ball right there, partner.
Okay. Getting a little physical. I like that. I like that reference.
Boy, good job firing the pass inside there. I mean, all his teammate had to do was catch and finish.
Clarkson kicks to Zubac. Back to Clarkson. And there's the pass to Hart. Here's Kuzma. Drills it from outside. He has 5. Wizards trail by 11. And Wall kicks to Meeks. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. Let's bring out the 2K leaderboard to see the best up-tempo teams in the league. The Lakers second.
You know, it's an entertaining style of play. And look, I mean, those are the baskets you want if you've got the legs for it. Scoring becomes a lot easier.
And that one falls for John Wall. That one is no good. Los Angeles leading by 10. Here's Hart. Out of bounds. Washington takes possession.
And a moment here to look at the numbers for John Wall. Second in steals, third in assists, and his sweet shooting stroke places him in the top 15 league-wide in three-point percentage. You've got to play him tight.
And back to your point, number 2 in steals. He's just a tireless worker. Plays that hard-nosed, on-ball defense. Most guys just can't disengage from it.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
Wall against Clarkson. Randall dishes to Clarkson. Picked by Randall. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Hart. Hands with the ball is out of bounds. Clarkson touched it last. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. You look at Golden State. Things going their way so far in this season. Right now, they lead the pack up front in the first spot with the best record. And, of course, Los Angeles, 4.5 games behind.
You know, for Los Angeles, they had the kind of hot and cold start that we've kind of come to expect. Nothing that would indicate they're in for any kind of a breakout season.
And, you know, perhaps with a roster move or two later on, Greg, they can start to break out of that pack.
Here's Hart. 6 points for him. Here's Oubre. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. It's his first trip to the line. That free throw missing.
Luke Walton is the 26th coach in Lakers history, and it was love at first sight for the Lakers. I mean, after one interview with the team and the top brass, the other interviews were all canceled, and the dream job was his for the taking, and I think he's going to turn out to be quite a good coach in the NBA.
And the second free throw, good. And he called it his dream job. But a lot of risk for Luke Walton, certainly in Los Angeles. Lakers had just gone through the worst season in franchise history.
Yeah, and, you know, not to mention the unrest in the front office, Kevin. In the end, though, for Luke, it was just too good an opportunity to pass up. He's a SoCal guy. He won rings in L.A., and it wasn't the safe move, but sometimes the best moves require some risk, and it was where he wanted to be.
Now, here's Clarkson. Pass to Kuzma. Now, Clarkson. Here's Hart. And the miss, not the best shot selection there. 55 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Now, here's Oubre. He's guarded closely. Here's Mahimi. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Mahimi's got 8 points.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Picked by Randall. Hart the pass to Randall. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Randall's got 4 points now in the quarter.
That's his sweet spot now. Randall, a very good mid-range shooter.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Scott kicks to Meeks. Nice ball movement by Washington. There's the screen. Here's Frazier. The pick gave him all the room he needed, and he knocks down the J. 6 points for him.
That was an outstanding pick that gave him the room to bury the jump shot. Underrated, but not undervalued.
Clarkson, and it's good, but hold on. The officials may want to look at that one on the replay monitor. Well, we thought the third quarter was over, but it turns out the officials are going to review the play to see if he released the ball before the buzzer.
And the NBA Replay Center in Secaucus is queuing it up, and even before we look at the replay, I'm pretty sure he got that off in time.
Yeah, that's how it looked to me, and that's the call we should see here, but no harm in going back to the footage and making absolutely certain.
Now they're going to switch the call. There is no doubt, and looking at the replay, that he got it off in time.
Well, it's good they decided to take another look at it. I know some folks don't like how replay slows the game down and interrupts the flow, but when you have it there, you got to use it.
And we've reached the end of the third. Lakers lead by 7. We're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of the fourth quarter next. Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up. 2K Sports, happy to have you with us. Wizards trail by 7. Frazier is out there with Jody Meeks. Then there's Oubre. Then there's Ian Mahimi. And it's Scott in at the 4 spot. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington. Here's Meeks. That one wide left.
Well, you see the struggles he's having getting anything to go.
Yeah, I'm sure he's frustrated, Greg, because nothing is falling right now. But he's going to keep chipping away at it, and that's the attitude. Stay with it.
Clarkson's gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Frazier kicks to Oubre. Meeks on the wing. The dish now to Frazier. Just 5 to shoot. And the rejection by Zubats. Here's Clarkson. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Nice strong move there by Clarkson. He'll get free throws.
And Julius Randle, that 7th pick back in the 14 draft out of Kentucky, was a 5-star recruit out of high school and was able to help get the Wildcats to the championship round. So this is a guy who is used to the spotlight.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for him. And Julius Randle with an intriguing game, a great rebounder. He's a pretty good ball handler for his size, too.
Yeah, he likes to rip it and run, and very athletic when he gets ahead of steam, and boy, he can be tough to contain.
And so he hits both.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Yeah, they've not missed a single foul shot this half, and that's taking care of business, fellas.
Kicks it to Frazier. Scott with a screen on Clarkson. And count it, and a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Give an assist there, not for the pass, but for the solid screen set on the inside that freed him up and made the layup possible.
One shot. One shot.
Free throw good, Frazier. Lakers leading by 8. We've gone about a minute and a half into the fourth quarter. Clarkson kicks to Zubats. Here's Randle. Second shot opportunity, and the layup is good. And the Lakers lead by 10.
His hard work on the backboard really just has given them more opportunities to score.
Oubre kicks to Frazier. Scott dishes to Mahimi. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Clarkson kicks to Randle. Pass to Kuzma. Good on the 3-point shot. And so it's Washington with it. They trail by 11. Feeds to Meeks. Scott against Randall. Scott kicks to Oubre. Nice ball movement by Washington. Clock at 6. Out to the right wing. He dishes it to Meeks. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark.
Well, he had one three-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
The pass to Hart. Here's Kuzma. And he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
And those are the kind of sequences that tell you why the score is what it is.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
Hey, I thought there was some style there, guys. What are you guys looking at? I mean, it was still a pretty sweet, flavorful one-hand flush.
And a new group getting ready to come in for Washington. Gortat's checked in for Mahinmi. Morris comes in for Mike Scott. Porter's checked in for Oubre. And Bradley Beal subbed in for Jody Meeks. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Hey, Kevin. Well, Luke Walton was just talking about strategy with his team. We told him one thing. He said, no mistakes from here on out. We've got a good lead. Don't take chances. No dumb fouls. Smart basketball the rest of the way, guys.
And Brandon Ingram, the second overall pick in 2016 out of Duke. What do you make of his rookie season?
You know, very much a work in progress. You have to remember how young he is. Didn't turn 19 until 3 months before the draft. And he's still rail thin. So he's got a chance to improve very quickly over the next few seasons as his body continues to mature.
No good on the free throw.
And Ingram, the former Blue Devil, an extraordinary player who only promises to get better and better.
And he sinks the second.
Hey, you know, the concern for Brandon Ingram was coming into the pros. He was slight, didn't have much backside to him. Real lean, 6'9", under 2 bills. That's a bony guy. Yet, you want to add strength and not just weight. So he's got an app on his phone reminding him to eat 6 times a day. And that was Gortat. He usually scores, but that time set a nice screen.
Ball, the pass to Lopez. Ingram kicks the ball. Inside, he's looking for Lopez and finds him. In the corner, it's Ingram. And again, the Lakers no good. Wizards trail by 10. And it's Brandon Ingram with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. And the Lakers have said they're going to let Ingram grow into his body gradually.
And I agree with that wholeheartedly. You can be strong and lean. Sometimes weight put on lean bodies can do more harm than good. It's got to be the right kind of weight and strength. This is basketball. This is not the Iditarod where you're trying to pull and push something of heavy weight. This is basketball.
Nance a screen. Ball dishes to Caldwell Pope. Lopez kicks to Nance. Back to Lopez. Shoots over Gortat. And Brook Lopez, the bucket on the assist by Nance. And that's 12 points for Brook Lopez.
His shooting has been outstanding here. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Frazier kicks to Morris. Fades. That shot no good. So the Lakers will take it the other way. Now here's Ingram, guarded by Porter. Nance passes to Lopez. The jump shot from the baseline is right on target. Lopez has got 4 points in the quarter.
Just because Lopez is a big guy doesn't mean he can't knock that down.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Beal against Caldwell Pope. Shoots off the step back. Beal with another miss. Lakers leading by 14. Here's Ball. Caldwell Pope outside. Nance outside. Here's Ingram. Sinks the three-pointer. Ingram's got 19 points.
And guys, this is the blueprint for winning on the road. How about the level of focus on each and every possession?
Yeah, it's actually palpable, isn't it, Greg? I mean, you can feel it. Every single one of these guys locked in, playing for each other. And that's why they're up.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Here's Ball. Washington with the rebound. Morris has got rebound number 8 now on the night. Frazier left side. Down low. Shot to stop the run. And it's sent back by Lopez. Now here's Ball. He's guarded closely. That shot by Caldwell Pope, no good. Wizards trail by 17. And here's Porter. He kicks to Morris. Over Caldwell Pope, the putback. Nance with the rebound for Los Angeles. They've gone 7 of 13 from the field here in the fourth. Back to Caldwell Pope. Porter with the steal. Here's Frazier. Rebound the Lakers. Ball's got his 4th rebound in this one. To the middle. Lopez dishes the ball. He feeds it to Ingram. There's the 3. Rebound Washington. Frazier outside. It's Beal on the wing. 3-pointer. Caldwell Pope with some nice D.
I'll tell you what, the way he's been going this quarter, guys, they're going to need somebody else to pick up the slack.
Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Ahead. Frazier kicks to Porter. Shot to end this full run, and he makes the bucket. Drew contact and gets the whistle, too.
What a play there. The hoop plus the harm.
Yeah, great concentration there, Greg. Hung in there. He didn't let that contact throw him off at all. Stayed focused on the rim, knew he was going to get hit, and still was able to finish.
And Washington making a change here. Wall's checked in.
One shot, mind the lanes.
And last season, Greg, you heard a lot of names brought up for most improved player in the league, and Otto Porter was one of them.
I mean, and I think for Porter, the change came when he just felt more comfortable from deep in terms of shooting. He always had a solid mid-range game, but now he looks comfortable from deep and has become one of the bigger threats we have in the league.
Wizards trail by 14. Lets it go from 14. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. Porter's got 5 points now this quarter.
And he should thank the team for those 2 points. Nobody paid much attention to him on that play.
Ball kicks to Nance. There's a good screen. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. The shot misses. Gortat with the defensive effort. Washington's gone ice cold from three-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter. And there's Morris. That's good on the assist from Wall. And it's 8 points for Markieff Morris.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
And it's Lopez again missing.
That's exactly how you want to play it defensively, Kevin. I mean, getting a hand up to distract and bother the shooter, not easy to stop somebody this deep inside. I think he's got to regroup and get himself together here. I mean, something's gone wrong with him this quarter. He's really fallen off.
Basket counts. 21 points for Brandon Ingram.
Boy, the versatility of Brandon Ingram. Remarkable at putting the ball in the basket in any number of ways.
Beal the pass to Wall. Over Ball. No good off the back of the rim.
And the D does just enough to throw off his rhythm on that shot.
1:53 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Lopez, gets the 14-footer to fall. And the Lakers lead by 14.
Lopez is really dangerous as a shooter if you give him space to catch and then shoot.
Here's Wall, sinks the 15-footer. Wall's got 22 points.
And I love the momentum he's building. Last game, he was just as dominant.
Yeah, I concur. I mean, definitely on the roll right now. Seems like everything he's throwing up is going down.
For the Wizards, this one's not looking good. Outside, Porter. Morris against Nance. Beal gets a wide open look. Washington gets it back.
And they get it back again. I mean, how many rebounds offensively have they had? Everything's going right for them today.
Los Angeles leading by 12.
No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for the Lakers.
Not only did they shoot the ball better, but they had more assists.
Yeah, I thought the passing in terms of finding the open man gave them the higher percentage shots. The ball movement was key for the win.
And so with this win, they'll move to 6 victories on the season.
Listen, anytime you drop that first game of a series matchup against a particular team, you really want to come back stronger. And they did. Of course, this is their last of 2 games between these 2 teams during the regular season, so a nice one to even it up at 1 apiece against Washington.
And you know, guys, what a nice performance it was for Brandon Ingram.
You look at the energy he brought on both ends of the floor, and it's easy to see why he was a difference maker.
Meeks with the steal. Oh, and here we go. Wall's got it, the fast break chance. And Wall with the slam.
Man, I like the quick hands of Wall. I mean, seeing him jump all over the opposition and get into the passing lanes to come up with the steal, that's impressive work.
And it would take divine intervention for them now to get back in it.
Yeah, I'd have to say, guys, I don't think the man upstairs is really focused on the comeback.
Oubre, no one around him. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits. And so Los Angeles takes the win. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight.
You know, Kevin, I sense that as well. I mean, they really did feed off all of that negative energy this crowd was directing at them. I mean, they turned it around and used it as motivation to close out a significant win.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, Brooke. Congrats on the win. How important was this game for you?
You know, it's very big for us. It was a good benchmark. We've been trying to improve every game. You know, we've been getting better these past few games. And, you know, we know these guys are a very good team, so we wanted to come out and make a statement.
You sure did make a big statement tonight, Brooke. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for being with us. We'll see you next time.